Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.
Hola! Today we are here to talk about some things that may be perceived as a cultural shock if you didn't know before you arrived here.
So point number one is the dogs not on leashes. So a lot of people here believe that dogs should be free and they should be able to roam. Actually, dogs that people own, they believe that they should be able to roam and run around, which is nice. The dogs are typically cool, but like when we're at the park walking Fife, we get swarmed by like a bunch of dogs, mostly huskies. There's a lot of huskies here.
There's a lot of huskies.
And so at one point you can have like 3 or 4 huskies around you, but you know, everybody's pretty cool about it. But the owners aren't as intentional about making sure the dogs are, you know, respecting everybody else's space. So that's definitely been a cultural shock for me.
Yeah, and we want to be clear, nothing's good or bad. It's just what we observed. But it definitely comes with some consequences, like a huge husky coming after her, playing for a little bit longer than she liked.
Right,
or
exactly.
like 6 dogs jumping on Austin's father when he came to visit. And the
True.
owner being like, "Oh, don't worry,
They're friendly. It's like, I don't care if they're friendly. Get them off me. So.
And he was traumatized. So, yeah, everything was good. You know, they were friendly. So, but that's just something that we've observed that we honestly never really see anywhere else. Everywhere else, the dogs are on a leash unless, like in America where we live, in Michigan, they were on a leash unless they were inside of a dog park.
Number 2 is how you have to get the water here. So obviously when you travel to a lot of different countries, they tell you to use bottled water or filtered water. Here they have like the big jugs. I think it's like 20 liters of water. And the way you get it is once your jug is empty, you either have to get a replacement from the grocery store or they have a water delivery service, which is really cool. That's something that I've never seen before.
The other thing we wanted to talk about is air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
So it is hot. As you can see, we are sweating. It
Calor.
is hot. Yes, it is. And it is rainy season, but you know, it's not rainy. But, which I don't have any qualms about. I love the sun. But the point is to say, like, typically you go to a place like Florida or Vegas and it's hot outside. You enter an establishment and it's cool and you may be cold. And so I typically have like a jacket with me at all times. No, I don't think I've ever entered a place that was so cold. It's always pretty just mild everywhere.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like you can be like it's cooler outside than it is in the buildings.
Sometimes, yes, sometimes it's true.
Yeah, like the school we're taking our Spanish lessons at, it is so hot in there.
We're not like sweating.
Well, to me, it's hot.
You're like sweating profusely. Like you're like
Not
it's so hot.
Not
you're
profusely.
not sweating at all.
Not profusely, but I've had a little moisture gather in the corner of my head. So.
But the point is that there is air conditioning there, but it's not turned on, and so air conditioning tends to be a little less common, and that's something that, you know, it's not a big deal to us, or to me. I'll speak for myself. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, I guess.
Numero cuatro is about using the. So people will typically always tell you like, oh, you must throw toilet paper in the trash. And I will say that is something that is, I don't know, common, or it's still in place, and it's still something that you should look out for when you go to places, but it's not everywhere.
Yeah, I haven't seen it as much.
Yeah, so in our home, no, we use the toilet. In the restaurant we were just at yesterday, they actually have a little comic on the back of the door that's like, ew, don't put it in the trash, please use the toilet. So it's just really depends on the plumbing situation. So that is something that you don't have to like walk around just putting a tissue in everybody's trash can.
Right, exactly.
All right, number 5 is the
fake booties.
booty.
No, we did not know that we were going to see Botox booty everywhere. Like we went to this market.
Botox?
Botox booty?
Is that a
I
thing?
think Botox is like for the face. Anyway, well, they pumping their booties up with something. We were at this market and this lady's like hip to cheek ratio. I'm like who are the doctors that's saying, yeah, well, I guess if you making money off of it, you don't care how the person's booty look. But the fake booties is a pandemic.
Stop.
I wouldn't say pandemic, but
well, here's the thing. You know, we of course believe that people have the right to exercise the choices that they want to do for their own body, and if that makes them happy, go for it. It's just we're just observing that it was something that we didn't expect. I mean, it's just not something that I ever see.
No, not at all. Not at all. So,
but let's be clear, it's not. I just want to level set this. We didn't anticipate seeing it at all, so that's the starter. But it's only been like 4 people, so it's not crazy. But those 4 people, it was been crazy on them. Extremely obvious, like
exactly.
So Austin may get some work done. You might get a little booty.
I might get some booty. I might get my booty lifted.
All right, the last one, the very last thing that we've observed so far. It's not exactly like that. So it's basically like this awkwardness of waiting instead of like using the many of words that
disculpe me, perdón,
permiso, like something. All the words to explain that you want someone's attention to get back.
Fine. Yes, you should have said excuse me.
So fine. So let's say I didn't say excuse me. You go to a stranger.
Be quiet. You should have said excuse me.
But in full transparency, it's just not a big deal, but it's something that I didn't expect.
Those are our culture shocks so far, and we might have more later in our journey, but within our first couple months, here's what it is. Let us know what y'all think. It's so pretty out here. Like, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what y'all want to see. Respond to us in the comments.
Yeah, chat with us. Are any of these things surprising to you? Did you know anything like this? Are there any questions you have? Like, oh, I heard about this. Is it true? That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. Let us know.
Love you.
Peace.
What are you excited about?
Wow. I'm just excited to be here.
What are you excited to share?
Okay, so I have like this dream of like, I don't know if I told you this, but I have like this idea that I'll join like a intramural like soccer team.
You don't even play soccer.
But I'm an athlete.
Okay.
Athletes play everything.
Boy, you about to get your butt handed to you on a plate.
Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm coming for you.